Hey guys, I'm Nick, and in this video I'm going to teach you how to build a ladder in the woods. All you're going to need is something to cut trees with. I use a handsaw, and you're going to need some rope. Let's get started. This is just one of the many ways how to make a ladder in the woods using cordage and sticks. Other ways include mule tape, which I don't have, but that's my preferred method. You could do it kind of using Lincoln logs and cut indents in the pegs and the ladder itself, and then make them stick and lash them on. So there's many ways to do this method. I'll just be using cordage and the sticks itself. The type of wood you use in a ladder is very important, because if you can see, I'm surrounded by a bunch of dead wood. It's not the most ideal wood to use, which I'm not going to be using this. So it's very important that you look around, you know your area, you know what wood you'll be using, because you need wood that'll support your weight. It's not going to snap on you, and it's not going to rot easily, so you could use it for a long time. When you're looking for a tree, what you want to look for is a tree that is straight, a tree that you get a lot of use out of it, not a short tree. Make sure it's nice and tall. It might have to be alive, it might have to be dead, depending on the wood you'll be using. You also want to make sure it's at least 2 inches in diameter. That should be the bare minimum you make a ladder. Now if you weigh a bit more, you may have to up it up to 3 inches, but then keep in mind the ladder will get heavier as you use it. So I would recommend sticking to around 2 inches in diameter, so the ladder itself is not that heavy and it still holds your weight. So the next step, when you found the perfect tree, is to chop it down. Keep in mind, as you go farther down, it gets thicker, and as you go farther up, it gets thinner. So what you want to do is have the thicker part on the bottom of your ladder. So when I cut this tree, this will be the bottom of the ladder. It will always be on the ground, and I'll be climbing up as it's growing. Now that you found your tree, let's cut it. Now that the tree is cut down, what you want to do is make the lengths of the 2 poles in the ladder your height or higher. Alright, both pieces are cut. Next step is to get the rope and the middle legs. Next step is to find the right length in between for your steps to be. You don't want it too wide, because then it can't support it. You don't want it this small, because then you can't really step on it. So you just need decent size, at least a foot in between would be nice. Enough for you to have 2 of your feet on there. Whatever diameter you used for these 2 pieces, you want to half that and make that the diameter used for the pieces going across. So I use about 2 inches in diameter, so that means I'm going to look for 1-inch pieces to go across, and it just so happens that the top of that tree is 1 inch. So what you want to do is not just do the inside, you want to include the outside and a little bit more. This is going to be the exact length. You can see overhangs a little bit as you go farther down, still overhangs. You could make it angled a little bit so it gives a little more sturdiness. That just means at the bottom of the ladder it's going to have to be much longer sticks. See ya, grand slam. It's totally up to you on how many pieces you want to use, depending on your strength of how high you can lift your legs on the ladder, or how tall your ladder is in general. Alright. I got my 4 pieces lined up right there. I'd say it looks pretty good from right there. So the next step is to get the rope. So this is going to be a lashing using this type of rope. But like I said, there's many other kinds. And you're going to need a lot of rope, because it has to go from both sides of the whole thing. Also, with the rope you're going to use, make sure it doesn't stretch a lot. I know cordage, it's a little stretchy, so rope like this that's strong, not very stretchy, is your best bet. So once you have these 4, you could get anything out and make some notches where you're going to put them just for later. So for the length of your rope, this is going to vary very much depending on how long this is. But honestly, what I would recommend, because the end goal, this right now, the end goal is to have a lashing up top, secure it, and then as it goes down, when there's a rope, do a couple loops around it and keep going down. To go from the top to the bottom, and then to the top again. And you could always cut it off at the end. So from the top to the bottom, and then back up again for the length. So just like this. Start at the top, about the top right up there, bring it to the bottom. And then repeat this for the second one. So now that you have both pieces, bring both ends to the top. So to tie this, you're gonna have to make a clove hitch. So what you do is give yourself some rope, then go right behind. There's another rope, right behind again. Close on top. Go like that. And then tighten as much as possible. And then with this extra rope, give it a couple of ties right here. That's that side done. Do the exact same thing on this side. Give yourself some rope. Remember, it goes behind. Right over, and then you find that you have a clove hitch. Next step is to make 2 loops right here that both look like this. That's all you have to do. Just copy that for the other side. Make sure that this main one goes down and loops up and around. Then take your step and slide it through. This lower part right here, what you want to do is bring both sides, bring the lower part under. This is why you need a lot of rope, and around the top of that. Now repeat this for the other side. You need a lot of rope for this, under and around. And then tighten it just by pulling down. Just to let you guys know, I got this video idea from Mark the Braider. He posted a video like this a couple years ago. So I'm using this as inspiration to make my own ladder. So to finish, we're just gonna wrap it around like that on both sides as a quick overhand loop, just to tighten them a little bit, make it more secure, and we're gonna do that one more time. So now you can see the next markings. So basically all you wanna do is just do those loops again. Put them through, loop it around here. Tighten it down. And got another one. Let's move down. At this point, you guys know what to do. We've done 2 of these already. You could really just repeat the first one and keep going. You're just doing the same thing for each one. It's really not that difficult. Alright, and just like that, you keep moving down. So repeat this process for as many other sticks as you have, as many other legs, and that's it. That's literally all it is to this. You got the last step on there. What you want to do, make it as tight as possible, and then do a little clove hitch underneath. So wrap that around just like that. Get it as close to the top. Pull that. And then just do the same thing. 2 of those. Really tight, and then that's it. Same thing here, you go across, under, and then under that one. Push to the top and pull. The same thing. Underneath, push and pull. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to tie these together, you can. But that is how to make a bushcraft ladder. So I'm going to bring this to the fort and do some test runs on it. I hope it works. If it doesn't work, that'd be funny because this would be a major fail then. Alright, let's go to the fort. So here's the raw test on it. I have not tested it before. Before recording this, I brought it and then I'm going to test it now. My first impression was that it's actually a little wobbly. And I realized maybe it's going to be a bit wobbly because it's just rope that's holding it together, nothing crazy. Let's do it to this tree right here. Do it right here. Nice camera. No! Alright, that's not tied good enough. Do I dare go up? I got it. I'm not gonna die, right? Probably not. Alright, I wish I had someone else to hold on to because I'm sending it. If I die, I die. I did it! I did it! Alright, I'm not going to the higher one. This is actually a pretty sick view. So that's how to build a bushcraft ladder. Basically, I know it didn't work for me, but this process is going to work for you. For me, the rope I don't think was the right choice. The wood itself just smushed again, so I don't think I did it tight enough. And what you could always do to be extra safe is do the same process, but make notches. Make like a little indent, however thick this is, indent it, carve it out, put the stick in it, and then do the same process. But thanks for watching, guys. That was how to build the bushcraft ladder. It worked at first. I think this, for my weight, this rope is a little small. It's not that tight. But if you want to get the perfect results, use mule tape on this. And sorry that I didn't work out as I thought it would. But, you know, we almost died together, that's right. If you want to watch more how-to videos, you could check up here. And yeah, see you guys next week. Bye! Man, I'm starving.